900 years ago, one man got saved by something in the dark, not once, but twice. Kaza's about to prove it by crawling into the exact tunnel where the second miracle supposedly happened. But here's the mystery that hooked me. The first miracle saved his life. So why did he need a second one, once he already had everything?
Field report. This case has two crime scenes, 900 years apart in reputation, but connected by the same man. Scene 1, a hillside where a hunted man should have died. Scene 2, a cave where he came back for something totally different. Solving why he needed a second miracle means solving what winning a war doesn't actually give you. Before any of this makes sense, you need to know who this is about. Minamoto no Yoritomo became Japan's first shogun, a military ruler who outranked the emperor in actual power for the next 670 years. He built his capital right here in Kamakura. Every samurai government that followed him for centuries copied the system he invented in this valley. And this is where that story starts, not on a throne, but inside a hollowed-out tree. 1180. Yoritomo's army is crushed at a battle called Ishibashiyama. He's hunted, hiding in the trunk of a tree, while enemy soldiers search the exact spot he's in. 5 years later, that same man is the single most powerful person in the country. No telephones, no fax machines, no telegraph, no television, no internet, nothing but horses, boats, and messengers running on foot across mountains. And somehow within that world, a hunted man inside a tree rallies an entire half of Japan, builds a new capital from nothing, and crushes an empire's navy at sea in 5 years. Think about what that actually requires. Not ambition, not luck, coordination across an entire half of a country with nothing but word of mouth, fast enough to beat every rival trying to do the exact same thing. People have been trying to explain how that's even possible for 900 years. And the explanation they kept coming back to wasn't political, it was spiritual. Something helped him, not once, twice. The first time he had nothing left, hiding in these hills, hunted alone. The legend says an old man stepped out of the dark, except the way he spoke gave away that he wasn't a man. This was Inari, the fox spirit who moves between the world of the living and whatever lies beneath it. Rise, the fox told him, this isn't over. And somehow from inside that despair, the impossible 5-year climb began. This hillside shrine, tucked behind 100 red gates, is where that fox is still honored. The neighborhood around it, block after block, carries the name Sasuke, the one who helped. Walk through that corridor of gates today, and you're walking through the one place in Japan built entirely around the moment a man with nothing was told to rise. The second time he had everything, and it still wasn't enough. Winning a war doesn't convince an exhausted country the peace will actually hold. So the legend says something visited him again in 1185. Not a fox this time. Yugafuku, half snake, half human, tied to harvests, water, and hidden wealth. Enshrine a hidden spring, the message said, and the whole country will know peace. That spring is still there. Inside a cave you have to duck under solid rock to enter. People have been washing money in it ever since, believing it comes back doubled, not because they need proof it works, but because the story behind it is the same story that turned a hunted man into the most powerful person in the country. If it carried him that far, maybe it carries something for you too. Gens Goryaku, the belief that blessings shouldn't wait until after you die. You should be able to borrow one, right now, in this life, from a story 900 years old. Okay, forget the gods for a second. I'm just a guy walking a trail now, and the trail hasn't told me anything yet. Coming out of Genji-yama Park, named for an ancestor of Yoritomo's, a hero in his own right a century earlier, the path narrows. No signage, tree roots underfoot. For 10 minutes it feels less like a shortcut and more like a path you'd turn back from. And then without warning, the trees stop. The sea shows up first, Uegahama Beach. On a clear day, Fuji joins it. You only find it by not turning back. Fair warning, in summer heat this stretch is brutal. Cooler months treat you far better. By the tea house at Zeniarai Benten, the rice dumplings taste like a reward. In the Sasuke Valley, a hideaway cafe serves coffee and literature in handmade cups shaped like foxes, a quiet nod to the shrine just up the hill. I thought Zeniarai Benten was the end. It isn't. The same quiet path walks you straight to the great Buddha of Kamakura, no taxi involved, though by that point in summer, you'll understand why some people call it quits early. I did. So here's how the case actually closes. A man was found twice, once by something wearing a fox's shape to save his life, once by something wearing a snake's to save everyone else's peace of mind. Whatever really happened in those hills 900 years ago, the result is undeniable. An impossible 5-year miracle, still standing in stone and legend today. And 2 doors still open in case whatever helped him once is still listening. Quick scale check. Shogun back then means something like more powerful than any president, answerable to no one. It happened to this guy twice. It could happen to you too, so don't sleep too soundly tonight. You never know who shows up in the margins of a dream.
So let me get this straight. You're saying if I go wash a coin in that cave, I could become what, exactly? The most powerful person in the country?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying enough people have believed some version of that for 900 years that the belief itself basically became infrastructure. There's a whole neighborhood named after it.
Okay, but be honest with me. Would you actually go wash your own money there?
I already did. Don't ask me what happened to the coin.
That's not an answer, Kaza.
It's exactly an answer. Anyway, this whole thing is still standing right now today, so let's talk about actually going. If you want to walk this yourself, the doors are literally still open. Both shrines sit about 20 minutes on foot from Kamakura Station, through an ordinary neighborhood, up a few paved slopes, nothing that requires hiking gear to get between them. You don't need a reservation, you don't need a guide, just a decent pair of shoes and 20 minutes. One honest warning from someone who learned it the hard way: this is not a summer walk. Bring real shoes, bring water, and go when it's cool. I didn't, and by the last stretch, I understood exactly why some people call it quits early. Full route, timing, and what to eat along the way, all in the description below. But the short version is this: a fox and a snake have been quietly running a 900-year experiment on this hillside, and it's still open for enrollment.
A Tengu watching a mountain forever, uninvited. A sailor asking to watch a city forever. And now, a fox and a snake, both showing up for the same man at the exact moment he needed them. I'm starting to think Japan just has a lot of things quietly keeping watch. Deep Japan, unknown Japan. We'll keep finding them. See you next time.